I did something really stupid that screwed up my 5-day long experiment. Hi, good morning. It's currently 8:10 a.m. and I'm preparing to go to work. I have quite a busy day ahead of me, but it's a good sign because when you're busy means things are somehow working. And I'll be doing experiments within experiments today. I think I might end quite late. I'll head off to work soon and see you guys in the lab. My first tip is to plan your day and your experiments. Every Friday, I plan the week ahead so I know exactly what to expect when I step into the lab. Sometimes I'll draw a quick timeline to visualize my experiments. It helps me see how everything fits together. For example, if one experiment has incubation time, I'll slot another one during that week. So instead of doing experiment 1, 2, and 3 one after another, I tend to do them concurrently. Of course, I only multitask for experiments I'm already familiar with, which is about 80% of the time. I wouldn't recommend this for new experiments because those need your full focus. Time management is key to working efficiently. I notice a lot of people stay in the lab late because they don't plan their experiments well. I try to avoid that, so I can usually leave around 6:45 to 7:15 p.m. every day without compromising the data I produce. And it also leaves time to work on hobbies after work. We all only have 24 hours a day, and how we use them determines how much we can deliver and grow in research, work, and life. Here, I'm sending some plasmids out for sequencing. I retransformed them 2 days ago, so their sequence should technically still be the same as what I originally designed, but I'm sending them out anyway, just to double check. Which brings me to my second point. Being meticulous in research is so important. Things in science are often interconnected, and one small mistake can have a butterfly effect, leading to a cascade of consequences. I have seen colleagues breed rodents with the wrong genotype, only to realize it after finishing the experiment. 3 months of work wasted, and they had to restart everything. So, even though double-checking can feel tedious or time-consuming, it's often what saves you from much bigger setbacks later on. Being meticulous doesn't slow you down. It is what actually keeps you moving forward efficiently. It's Tuesday and the primers I ordered have arrived. I keep a primer inventory list to track all the primers I have designed and owned. So at this point, that's more than 200 of them. When you're doing research, you will accumulate so many things. Primers, plasmids, different constructs or variants. And it is really easy to lose track if you're not organized. So my next tip is to stay organized and keep track of where all your things are. Label everything clearly, keep inventory lists because trust me, you're going to forget their existence over time, and that can lead to using the wrong one or wasting hours regenerating something you already had. Every once in a while, spend some time organizing your freezers and compartments and throw away things you no longer need instead of hoarding. It might feel like a small thing, but staying organized saves time, reduces stress, and keeps your workflow efficient, both in research and in life.
I will continue to buy from your mooncakes. Nice.
Oh really? Yes. Thank you.
Thanks for sending me.
No, it's okay.
Enjoy
It's
the
your last chance. Hopefully,
maybe not.
hopefully still have chance.
No, but I had a nice talk with you, 加油. Good to hear that you are doing got potential. Bye bye. Thanks
Bye. No, thank you.
小心回家，拜拜，记得吃饭，拜。
Bye bye. Hi. It's currently Thursday. Oh my god, it's already Thursday. Wow, time flies. So I'm preparing breakfast because I did not have the chance to prepare yesterday. So I think another tip I have for being productive in the lab is that you kind of need to do your literature review and your background research because your prof might not know more than what you know. It's not only being productive on a day-to-day basis, but you also need to be productive in the general direction. If you spend like 3 months working on the wrong direction, then overall you're just wasting your time on the wrong direction of your research. And to know whether you are in the correct direction, you really have to do your homework and your research before you plan your experiments. So actually I got this tip from a vendor, and at that period of time, my own project was stuck. Why? Because I listened to my prof and was in the wrong direction. So during that time I met her, and then one very important advice she gave me was that she told me to really think through my project rather than listen to your prof, because your prof actually don't know as much as you do because it is your project. So she was like, think through your project carefully, otherwise it will be like the blind leading the blind. And eventually I retested a few hypotheses that my prof turned down previously, and damn, I found a phenotype. Yeah, so don't listen to your prof too much, don't trust your prof too much. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. Of course, do your own homework. I'm not saying don't listen to your prof at all, okay? There are some useful advice that your prof might give, but you just need to learn which one to listen to and which one to ignore. I forgot I have this. Damn, I made bread and I forgot that I have waffle. So what do I do now? Put the bread back. Hello, it's now 11 p.m. and then so what happened today was I did something really stupid that screwed up my 5-day long experiment. So that flow cytometry I ran today, I forgot to stain the cells, so there was no signal. I had to stain 2 different cell types for the flow cytometry, but I only stained 1 cell type. I'm a genius, but yes, I can't use the results from my flow cytometry today. So I have to replan my experiments since this one failed. So this is usually what happens during research, like you plan everything, but nothing goes according to plan. This doesn't mean you don't plan, you still have to plan, but you also must have the ability to adjust when things go wrong. So because my experiments failed today, it doesn't make sense for me to continue relevant experiments tomorrow. So I'm just going to ditch the experiment I had initially planned tomorrow and then replan a new experiment. I bought my lab book home, so I would highly recommend you to keep one. In the lab book I have like protocols written out as well as experiment plans, because trust me, you're gonna forget what you did for all your experiments. Like I literally cannot remember what I did yesterday, so having a lab book is really useful, so you can always refer back to what experiments you did in the past. You can use those experiment conditions as reference for your future experiments, so you don't waste time trying to optimize the whole damn experiment again. Today is Saturday. It's currently 9:15 a.m. in the morning and I'm preparing to head to the lab. So today is supposed to be my rest day, but then somebody screwed up her experiments on Thursday, so I need to repeat the experiment and hence I need to go to the lab today before I go on with my rest day. After that, I'll be meeting some friends and then we're going to be having lunch together as well as doing some shopping. So if you're doing a PhD or just work or studying or anything in general, always remember to take a break when you need to so you can rest and recharge and be fully energized to continue working on whatever you are working on. Dumb because all I needed to do was to change media. So I spent 30 minutes on the day just to come here for 10 minutes and change media.